So if you're curious to know what's going on in the housing market here on the Central Coast, you've come to the right video. We'll be going over the days on market, the home value trends, the inventory trends, and we'll even be talking a little bit about the mortgage rates and how that is affecting the inventory and the housing values here on the Central Coast. Give you some perspective on what we might be seeing for the latter part of 2024 and into 2025. Our goal is to bring you valuable information so you can make the right decision as a buyer, seller, or investor here on the Central Coast of California. My name is Joshua Ferris. I'm a local real estate broker here on the Central Coast with over a decade of experience helping our clients achieve their real estate goals. Please like and subscribe. Let's go ahead and get into it. This is your September 2024 real estate market housing update for the Central Coast. So let's go ahead and get started with new listings. So typically in August, we start to see a little bit of a decline as far as new listings brought to the market. Most popular time to list your house in the Central Coast is generally between April and July. So most common time to have those listings brought to the market during the spring. So here in August, September, October tends to trail off a little bit, which has its pros and cons as a buyer and seller, but just the way it is. So let's go ahead and get into the new listings, what we're seeing here. August new listings, 272. Now it's down 14% when we compare it to 2023, which was 318. That's about the same as we saw in 2022 in August, which is 314. So new listings down a little bit in August when we compare to previous years. And when we see the new listings down a little bit, what that typically does is it brings those prices up. We've seen that a little bit. Prices have increased a little bit year over year, but not that much. And what we see here is a bit of an accumulation of active inventory on the market, which is a good thing for a more normalized market. We've been in a seller's market for the last few years, and now we're headed into more of a normalized market. At least that's what I'm seeing out there. So let's take a look at what we are seeing as far as active listings on the market. August active listings, 699. That is up 18% when we compare to the last year of 2023, which was 589. That was down 12% when we compare it to 2022 of 676. Typically for San Luis Obispo County, we're about 1,000, maybe up to 1,400 active listings on the market. So we're still a bit lower, about 40%, or maybe even a little bit more below the historic averages. So as we see that tick up, it just means we're headed to a more normalized and a more healthy market, which is good for buyers and sellers, especially sellers who are going to be looking for a replacement property. You want to have more options if you are a seller and you need to buy a replacement property here in the county. And it's a good thing for buyers, more options to choose from. So overall, we're seeing more of a trend towards a more normalized and healthy market. Let's talk a little bit about the demand. Closed sales here for August, 235. That's up 2.6% when you compare year over year to 2023, which was 229. That was down from 283 in 2022, where we saw really high demand for August. Now, median days on market is a great thing to look at when you are kind of tracking what the overall market is. Is it a hot seller's market? Is it buyer's market? Generally, when you see the days on market start to tick up, past the historic trend, you need to have those prices come down because it means that buyer demand is fairly low. We do see that there is an uptick in the days on market here for SLO County, but it's still quite a bit lower from the historic levels. The historic levels between 24 to 30 days on market median. Of course, it depends on individual neighborhoods, what kind of property it is. But let's go ahead and take a look here at the chart and see what the median days on market has been. Median days on market, 15. That's up 25% year over year when we compare to 12, and that's of 2023 and 2022. So 12 days on market versus 15. So we are seeing an increase there. but really what that means is that we're headed towards a more normalized days on market level. But my perspective on that, and I like to just break it down if you are a seller looking to sell your house, it's by neighborhood, it's by city, it's by geographic area. So it could be different. If you're in Shell Beach or Pismo Beach, it's going to be different than Paso Robles or Cambria, for example. So just kind of making sure that you understand what that means for you and your individual neighborhood and your price point. It's really important to understand that. But generally for the county, we're seeing the days on market increase just a bit when we compare year over year. So if you are a seller and you're bringing your house to the market, this is something that I like to go over, which is the median showings to under contract. So how many showings on average or on the median can you expect before you receive an offer and you get an accepted offer? So right now in August, 9 is the median showings under contract number. So 9 showings until you're under contract. When you compare it to 2023 and 2022, which were 7. So what this means is that demand is waning just a little bit and you need to have more showings before you go under contract. Now, this also is connected to the days on market. So you have longer days on market. It means there's more time for more showings versus in previous years, you saw days on market 6, 7, 8 days on market. You really can't coordinate too many showings in that such a small time frame. So as we see those days on market increase, we're expecting to see the showings to under contract to increase as well. So let's talk about demand. Here for SLO County, we are in a very high demand area when it comes to housing. A lot of people want to move here, want to retire here, want to live here. Why? Because we've got such wonderful weather, great communities, great activities that you can do, great beaches. You've got regions like the wine region in Paso Robles and in San Luis Obispo. You have farmers market. There's just so much to like here in San Luis Obispo County. So a lot of people want to live here. So let's take a look here. If you bring your house to the market and you price it correctly, what is that percentage of the offer that you'll close at should you expect? So let's go ahead and take a look here. Median percent of original price received, 98.6% in 2024 in August, 100%, it's dipped down a little bit, 100% in 2023 in August, and 98.6 in 2022. So still strong demand here, and if you bring your house to the market, price it well, expect to get very close to that asking price. And if you're a buyer out there and you're taking a look at a property and it's been in the market for under 2 weeks or 3 weeks, let's say, expect to pay very close to that listing price if it's priced correctly. So there's opportunity as buyers to get great deals. Typically that's going to be on properties, in my opinion, that have sat on the market a little bit, maybe have gotten a little bit stagnant, and that buyer demand has waned a little bit. So that's a great opportunity for you to come in, make a great offer that is below the asking price. So that's just a little tidbit. Be looking out for those properties that have been on the market for a while, haven't had a price improvement recently. Maybe it's a stubborn seller and they're just not willing to budge. They're just unrealistic about their price. Or maybe it's time for you to get in there and make an offer within reason, but you can save a lot of money. So if you'd like to talk about that, feel free to reach out to my team. We'd be happy to walk you through that process and how to find great deals for houses here on the Central Coast. Month supply. Now this is a great chart to take a look at to give us an indication of what we might be seeing in the future months. So the inventory month supply for SLO County typically is around 4 to 4.5, right? So this is relatively low when we compare it to other metro areas, but it's because we're at such a high demand area. So we have seen inventory month supply increase 3.5, it's up 20% when we compare it to year over year. And in 2023, we're at 2.9. And we take a look at 2022, 2.5. So we see, and it makes sense because we've seen the inventory increase, their active listings increase. So with more active listings, more supply, more month supply. So we see that the month supply is increasing more towards a normalized market here for the Central Coast, which may mean that we will see some price decreases, but that all depends on the mortgage rates. So if the mortgage rates decrease quite a bit, that's really gonna fire up buyer demand and might even push those home values up even more here on the Central Coast. So what can you expect to pay if you are a home shopper here on the Central Coast? So the median sales price in August was $877,000. That's up 8% year over year. Now we're just taking August to August from 2023. $810,000 in 2023 and $805,000 in 2022. So if you're curious to know what your money can get you in the SLO County area, let's go ahead and take a look at the lowest price point home sold in the last 30 days and the highest price point home that is sold. And also, let's take a look at the median price point, that right around the $877,000, and what you could buy for the median price. So this is a great example here. You can see in Paso Robles, there's a 1-bedroom, 1-bath condo that sold near Lake Nacimiento, 585 square feet for $205,000 on Harbor Circle. Now this is a clean condo from the looks of it, and it's a great idea of what you can buy for the lowest price point here on the coast, $205,000. Now taking a look here in Atascadero, you can see what the median price point can get you. So this house on Del Rio Road is a 3-bedroom, 3-bath home, just over 2,000 square feet. Nice lot, nice parcel size. And as you can see, I mean, what a beautiful home. I would certainly be proud to call this home. Great kitchen, exposed wood ceiling. So it has a lot of charm, it has a lot of character, architecturally unique. I think this is a great example of what you can buy for the median price point here on the Central Coast. Now, for the highest value home that sold here on the Central Coast in the last 30 days, this one on Shooting Star Lane in Avila Beach, 4 bedrooms, 4-bath, with some amazing views, and you can really tell the furnishings and the features here of this home are beautiful. Really a luxurious home with a lot of character, incredible views of the hillsides, oak-studded hillsides there that the Central Coast is famous for. And look at this beautiful kitchen. Has a little bit of a Spanish style flair to it with that backsplash, but overall a gorgeous home here in Avila Beach, and it was the highest price point in the Central Coast. So let's talk about the mortgage rates, because the mortgage rates really dictate in a large part the home values. So we've seen that the interest rates have pulled back a little bit from their highs of last year in October, November, which they were knocking on the door of 8%. And so as a reminder, every percentage point that's dropped in the mortgage rates, that increases buying power by around 11%. So we expect to see mortgage rates decrease a little bit over the next 6 months gradually. We don't expect to have any major pullbacks, but right now we're seeing that those mortgage rates are in the mid-6s, which is a lot better than 8%. So we're hoping that we'll see those mortgage rates in the low 6s, even the high 5s here as we head into 2025. I think that's going to be great for a lot of those home buyers who've kind of stepped off, they're on the sidelines and are looking for those lower rates. However, I think it's important to understand too that when the mortgage rates decrease, it also means that more buyers are going to be attracted to making offers, and that's going to be pushing up those prices because there's more competition, there's more buying power, there are more buyers that are interested in making offers. So oftentimes I suggest buyers, if you're looking to get a good deal, to make offers now and then wait to refinance later. But ultimately it's up to you and what makes the most sense. So there you have it. That is the September housing market update here for the Central Coast of California. So we're seeing much of the same that we saw in the last few months. We see an increase in inventory. We see home values holding relatively strong here for the Central Coast. We don't expect that to change anytime soon, but a lot of it has to do with those mortgage rates. So decrease there in the new listings brought to the market, and might put a damper on the active listings in the inventory. But overall, we're seeing strong market here for the Central Coast. And if you're a buyer and you'd like to purchase your first home or your last home, feel free to reach out. We'd be happy to sit down with you and guide you through that process so you can make the best decision for yourself, especially if you're looking to relocate here from out of the area. As a native myself, I can help guide you on which city makes the most sense based on your lifestyle goals, your climate goals, and maybe even down to the neighborhoods, all based on what you're looking to achieve. And if you're a home seller and you'd like to have a team that really invests with you as a partner and invests in marketing dollars to market your house, get you the top dollar, reach out. We'd be happy to sit down with a consultation. If you have any questions or you'd like me to make a specific video regarding the housing market here on the Central Coast, please leave a comment. Thanks for joining us here for the September housing market update, and we'll hope to see you on the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And again, if you're looking to buy, sell, or invest here on the Central Coast, we're here to help.